for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome to Ypsilanti, Michigan, home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on another team from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside is 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Eastern Michigan's offense will take the first swing of the game. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll leave it with him. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw, it's Kim. That's caught, it's Lockett. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gives it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the marker, it's Lockett. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Eagles will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Western Michigan's offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
That's the end of the period, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Buckley. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. At the 20, he's got space. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
First play of the first possession of OT. In the red area, it's Buckley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He puts it through, and they take the lead in overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
To the air, it's Kim. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's McMillan. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now on 3rd down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. Bringing the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, a gutsy kick from downtown, and we will play another overtime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The give to the tailback. Got the 1st down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Eastern Michigan has moved into the red zone. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. The give to the back. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now they take the lead.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Grab behind the line, it's Buckley. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They've got a little work in front of them here on third down if they want to keep this drive alive and try to win it with a touchdown. Takes it from the gun on third down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
A first down run in the red zone. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.